Hi, it's Tina. As most of you know, I'm a registered nurse and I've been doing this for 36 years, and we're in a really interesting, challenging time right now, as I'm sure everybody's aware of. So I just wanted to hop on and kind of go over some of the things I'm doing to protect myself, and in protecting myself, I'm protecting the people I work with and my clientele. So just to start with, every day now when I'm going into my nursing job, temperatures are being taken. It's being taken every single day on myself, on any of our staff, and on all of our clients. We're keeping a very close record of that so that if we start seeing some fluctuations in temperature, some increases, that we know we can start kind of isolating that person a little bit more and keeping a close eye on them and seeing if there's anything else that we need to be doing or anything that we should be concerned with. There's been a few things that have come up in the last few days that I have not been able to verify the source, but it was interesting enough that I want to mention that one thing that a lot of people who have contracted this new virus that's going on out there have said is that many times people are reporting either having lost their sense of smell or their sense of taste prior to showing any symptoms of the virus itself. So it's just something to keep in your head in case you have people around you who might be complaining about either of those things. What the suggestion is that a person would try to self-quarantine for about 7 days just to make sure that no other symptoms kind of crop up during that time. So I'm going to kind of scan around here and just to show you some of the stuff that I have been using. First of all, I absolutely love my diffuser. That is on so much of the time because it just helps on so many levels. I like it for cleaning of the air. I like it for helping my mood. So that's on all the time. Right now I have my On Guard in there, and that really does help support the air as being free of some of the pathogens that might be floating around out there with people sneezing and coughing and stuff. Another thing I like to do is first thing in the morning, I have pre-poured out for myself for the week. I pour out my Lifelong Vitality Pack and my supplements into a little med box. I use that because even as a nurse, I am probably the worst one to remember to take my supplements. So I pour them in a little med box, so it's all poured out day by day, and I can look and see if I actually remember to take them, and I found I've been much more compliant with doing so. I recently have added in using the DDR Prime this time of year. It's probably good all times of the year, but I just started really being regular with this just for some more cellular support. And also using the PB Assist, the probiotics. Our gut health is so tied into the rest of our health that we really have to pay attention to it. And this time of year, we just tend to be a little bit more susceptible for various things because we aren't getting the sunshine and the vitamin D. So supplementation with vitamin D is also a very good idea. When I'm really feeling like something's going on, or if I actually have come down with symptoms like scratchy throat, or I am feeling as if I might be feeling a little tight in my chest, I will oftentimes pull out my veggie caps, and I have my little container of olive oil, and I will use my pipette and just put a little bit of the olive oil into a veggie cap, and then I'll add in 2 or 3 drops of oregano, and I'll just pop that down, the capsule down, and you're good to go. When I'm really feeling like things are hitting home, I like to add a few other oils into that. Going back to the oregano, one thing to keep in mind is not to stay on the oregano orally for more than 14 days without giving your body a good week in between restarting again. So if you're going to be taking it on a more routine basis, you need to give yourself a break every 14 days or so for a week. Another combination of oils that I like to use is frankincense, lemon, my On Guard, then oregano and melaleuca. And those 5 together are like a powerhouse. And instead of carrying them all around with me, with 5 of them in tow, I've taken an empty bottle of essential oils, and I've taken and dropped equal amounts of the 5 of these oils into this bottle. So this is ready to go. Whether I want to use this as an internal supplement, or what I'm doing today is I have my little empty roller balls, and I'm making roller balls for family members. So I'll be adding in about 20 drops of this combination and then fill it with fractionated coconut oil. And then these are good to go for the family, so they can use them as a protectant at this time, using them on the bottom of the feet, up and down the spine, back of the head, on the throat, wherever you feel like you want some support, but it's going to support your entire body. Another kind of interesting trick that we've been talking about lately is using your Correct-X. The Correct-X ointment is a combination of oils that are very protective as well. So with this, you can just take a cotton swab and just inside the nary, just put a little thin coating of it before you're going out into either a crowded area, not that there's a lot of crowded areas anymore, but if you have to be out in the public, if you have to go to the grocery store, if you have to go to work, it's a great way to just kind of support yourself, and maybe this will help to catch some germs as they're trying to enter in while you're breathing through your nose. A few other things that I like to keep with me all the time this time of year is either the Breathe lozenges and also the On Guard. The Breathe lozenges help so much with just opening up your chest and allowing you to really get those good deep breaths in. So if you're going to be using your diffuser, you're able to get the diffused oils in even better if the Breathe has opened up your air passageways. Also comes in a nice stick, so if you want it constantly, you can put some on your chest, and you're really breathing that in throughout the day. As your body heats up, the fumes kind of come up, and you'll get some more of that. Another area that I like to talk about is hydration. Hydration is so important at all times, but particularly when we're in a situation where our bodies are really having to fight and support us and trying to keep us healthy. So I like to remind people, first of all, if you're going to be using your oils in your water, which like me, I like my lemon, 1 to 3 drops in that big bottle. Make sure it's a glass or a stainless steel container. Never, never, never in plastics. Plastics are not good to drink out of anyways, but never with oils. Please wash your reusable bottle frequently. We're putting those bottles down all over the place. We carry them with us everywhere. And anytime we put it down, we're picking it back up with stuff on it that somebody who's been there before left. So I like to clean mine with the On Guard concentrate on the outside, and then on the inside I like to put a lot of hot water, a little bit of this, and a little bit of white vinegar, and let it soak overnight, and then scrub it super well with a bottle brush in the morning, and then you're good to go again. You might want to think about cleaning the outside of the bottle frequently throughout the day, though, if you have the opportunity. Another area that we really have to be mindful of at these times is sleep. And when we are having feelings of anxiety or fear, frequently we can't get that sleep. And I know for myself, I will fall asleep and then wake up, and then that monkey mind gets going and it's all over. So I started using the Serenity gel caps and the Copaiba gel caps. I'm finding that when I take that before I lay down at night, I'm able to go to sleep, and even if I do wake up, I'm not having that monkey mind start chattering and keeping me up for the rest of the night, which enables me to get a better sleep, and it will make me better off in keeping my immunity up. Let's see. The other thing is that we have to really be mindful of in times like this is our emotional well-being. We're being bombarded with information. We have immense amount of uncertainty at this time, And so we really need to support ourselves emotionally. We can do that with our oils, with what we're diffusing. We can do it with the application of oils to help combat any of those feelings of uneasiness. There are certain smells that will have you feel happier feelings. Another wonderful thing for a supplement that we have is the new adaptive supplement, which actually will help just kind of balance things off for us. I find that it will make me feel more even-keeled without making me feel drowsy, and I can go on with my day if I'm really having feelings of uneasiness. The other thing that I would suggest during these times is to, if you can meditate, get some meditation in. If you're finding that trying to be still is just too difficult, instead of sitting there in total quiet, pick up a very inspirational book. Just randomly pick out a page and read it. 99% of the time you're going to find that that page is giving you exactly what you need. Try to do some affirmations with a certain oil that brings you joy, something that when you're feeling uneased, you can just grab that bottle and smell it, and you're going to connect the affirmation to that smell. It can sometimes get you out of that feeling immediately by doing that practice. I hope some of these things were helpful for you guys, and I really hope that everybody's staying safe. I know we're either doing things like myself where I'm having to be out in the public, or people are feeling pretty squirrely being locked up in their homes. So whichever way you have it, I'm here for you, and I really hope to be able to have all of us together again real soon.